Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Mohammed. We continue our training and preparation for Elastic Certified Engineer exam, and today with a new topic. We will see today how we're going to use index aliases in Elasticsearch. Let's jump to the documentation. So documentation, or what's the index aliases in Elasticsearch, is just or it's logical names or pointer to one or more indices. So technically we have the alias here. We're gonna define, or we have, let's say, list of indices. Let's call this logs dash this date, logs dash this date, logs dash this date. So our user, if he want to run a search query against this indices, he have to run one by one, right? But if we define alias, right, let's call it logs. We're gonna see it in instance in our lab environment. What we're gonna do, we're gonna create an alias, and the alias will point to all the indices we have. Like this, we add. Our user will not only be able to read but also to write. So if we have a search query, he can send it to the alias, and the alias behind the scene point to the indices, right? This is the first thing. The second, if our user want to write into our indices, right, so he will use the alias, and the alias behind the scene we define the writable index, and he will point to the writable index and write the documents. Another point, we can remove an index from the alias, or also we can add a new one if we want, right? Let's jump to our console, right? So the first thing, we define our indices first. So I have created this indices, so it's already exists. So let's create with another date. So I do 50, or we do 16, for example. Here we go. I will do the same here, right? So I will do 17 and I will do 18, right? Like this. So I have 3 indices. Now I will create an alias. I will call it so post space underscore aliases, right? And here we will use action. So again, we said we can use the add, and here we give the index, and here we give the alias. So our alias, we will call it logs, and here we can add this index. Oh, sorry, I reverse. So this here should be the index, and here should be the alias. So if I do this, here we go. I have the our alias is created, and we have the we add this index to the alias, right? If we want to do the same, if we want to, for example, now to remove let's say this index from the alias, it's gonna be similar syntax. So alias, and here the action, and here instead of add we'll do remove. We can use both at the same time, like in the same request we do add and remove, mean like this, we add the new index here and we remove here. So we can do it at the same time. So here, for example, we give this, let me remove it. Let's say, okay, let's just remove this one, and here logs. So if you run acknowledged, and here we have removed the index from the alias, right? Again, you can add one or multiple indices, and also there is another option here. Is it was what I said previously? We can use, or we can specify one index as a writable index. If our user send a write, like he want to add a new document to the one of the indices, we can define who is the writable index. Like if we get a write request, who will take it from these indices. So how we can do it? It's like this. It's post aliases, and here let me just do this. There we go. Actions, and here the same. Let's add, let's say 18, a new one, and here logs, add the comma here, and the it will be like this, logs, or 1 second. So now this let me just check the documentation 1 second. Here we go. This is the syntax, is writable, so I'll just copy it as it is. There we go. So this index will be added to the this index will be added to the alias, and also will be responsible for the writing. There we go. Acknowledge, and everything is good. Now let me see aliases. So here, sorry, if I run it like this, we will get all the aliases that we have in our cluster. And here, if you search for logs, you will find, let's do it like this. Here we go. So as you can see, it's 14, right? Let me search again. Yeah, we have 13. We have, no, this is not the right one. So let me just add like this. There we go. So we have 18, and it's writable. And we have 14, which is this one, or I added in the previous request. And here we have 13, right? So if I want just, I'm not sure if this will work. 1 second. Here we go. So we have this. So let's remove 13 and see, and refresh. So let's remove 13, right, like this, and let's run this request. So as you can see, it's writable, or this writable, and 14, and the 13 gets removed, right? Now, if you want to run now the search query again, I didn't talk about this one, so let me just remove this. All right, so get, now if we want to run your search query, instead of specifying one of the indices, again, as I said in the explanation, you can use the alias to run your search query, and like this you can run. So it's empty, it's expected, it's empty. We have we don't have any document in the indices. That's why the response is empty, right? Now, all right, now with the last point, if we want to delete the alias itself, there is only one way to do it, is disassociate the alias from all the indices. Mean we have to remove the rest. So let's do this. I will show you how to do it. So here we have two indices, right? We have 14 and we have 18. So here, if we remove the 18 one like this, and also if we remove the 14 like this, so here the alias should be deleted. Why? Because we disassociate all the indices assigned to it. So like this, if we run the search against the alias, we will get this error and said the alias logs, or this alias is missing, right? With that being said, we get to the end of this video. Let me know in the comment section if you have any question, and we'll see you in the next video.